Good evening, everyone. How are you guys doing tonight? I am Shalita Marshall, your divorce coach strategist, and I support women transitioning into divorce to rebuild and restore their lives. And I just wanted to come on here really quick because it's the holiday season, and I know that it's some of you guys' first time being alone, whether you during the separation stage or newly divorced. Um, and this will be your first time being without your kids for the holidays. I know that could be challenging, especially for you moms that always have the kids and do everything with the kids. So I just wanted to come on and give you guys some encouragement to tell you to stay strong. Just go through the process and it will get easy for you. And just use this time for yourself to reflect on your life, and just know that you have to continue to live your life, even though now that you have to split your time up sharing your kids. Um, so I can remember my first year being single. It was hard for me because holidays was my thing. Holidays, family, decorating, cooking. That's very important for me, and that's just something that comes natural for me, and I just love to do it and love to be around family. So therefore, I was reminded for months that I was single and that I was alone. Thanksgiving came, and I had to eventually learn how to cook for one person because at the time my daughter was small, so it didn't take much for her to eat, and that was not fun. I had been cooking for years, so to cook the things that I like to eat in a small portion, it was just very hard for me to do. And then there was Christmas, and that first year, Christmas, I'm not gonna lie, I did not want to do anything. I did not cook. I did not put up a tree. I did not decorate for the holidays. I was kind of a Scrooge that year. I did not want to be around people. I just I just wanted to be to myself and in my own little space. And then January comes and it's my birthday month. And so I did not feel like celebrating my birthday either. So I just worked, and that year was actually my first year of working on my birthday. I have always taken off on the day to celebrate me because that was my day, and I felt that that was just something that I had to do and needed to do, whether it was to sit at home, take a walk, take a drive. I would go to lunch. But normally I would just go to the spa and get a massage, just get pampered on that day. And so then there's February, the love month. So of course I was not feeling that month at all. I was left feeling sad, rejected, alone, like no one loved me. That was actually the first Valentine's Day that I spent by myself. Well, besides being a kid, of course, but I have always had someone. I've always had a boyfriend, a friend, whether it was my homegirls and I, we would hang out and take ourselves out for Valentine's Day sometimes. But this particular year, I had no one to spend that time with. And that's when God began to do a work in me and through me. He allowed me to see and know that He loved me, that He cared for me, and that I was not alone. And during that moment, a heart check was taking place within me. God, I was allowing myself to really understand what love is, what love meant, and what love really felt like. And most importantly, how to love myself. God began to teach me all these things and to show me that I did not need a person to experience love. I didn't need a person to know what love was or to know what love even felt like. I have complete love within myself and love the journey that I'm on now and love the life that I am living now. And so in the dictionary, love is defined as tenderness, a strong, passionate affection for another. And true enough, that's exactly what you can receive from God. Once you have experienced love from God, then you would know what you should receive from a man. You would no longer entertain a abusive relationship, whether it's verbal or physical abuse. You would no longer allow yourself to fall in love with someone who doesn't love you back. You know, we as women, we're it just comes natural for us to want love, to feel love, and to experience love, to where we do end up settling. And sometimes that's not the best route to go. So loving yourself and knowing what love really means and feels like and look like, that will prevent a lot of bad relationships from happening. That will prevent a lot of divorces from happening as well, because you both have to love yourself first in order to get with somebody. And so being in love with yourself will help you gain strength and confidence that you need in order to start to date someone or be with someone else. So you have to know your worth, and you have to know who you belong to. So that's why I call this topic Writing Your Pain to Love, because writing equips us with different types of communication. Writing expresses who you are. Writing makes your thinking visible while on paper, because sometimes it just be too much in our brain. So it's best to just get it out and put it out. And when you have it written down, you can actually see what it is that you're trying to say, or see what it is that you're actually thinking. And writing has the ability to explain what we cannot say out loud. Surprisingly, journaling daily helps you release the toxic thoughts that's within your mind. So writing is a part of healing as well. I can remember when I was writing my book, I noticed that I was beginning to be set free. It was like a weight was lifting off of me deeper and deeper as I got into writing. And if you're not there yet, write letters to the people who hurt you, because that is a part of healing as well. Forgiving is a part of healing. You may not be around that person or see them every day, but just freeing yourself of that hurt and that pain is the biggest part of your healing process. So writing a letter to them, like I said, if you don't see them anymore, talk to them anymore, that's very helpful, because you may not get an apology from them. And so you have to know within yourself and be content to know that, okay, I can move forward. I can be free from this. I can heal from this, and from the person that hurt you. So you have to decide to move forward and let go. So forgive them and choose happiness over bitterness. Writing will help you let go of the negative energy that causes most of us sickness within our body. Like I said, writing helps release that toxicness that's inside of you. So I highly recommend also writing out your pain to God. Because think about it. He already knows your thoughts anyway. He knows that you're hurt. He knows that you're angry. He knows that you're sad. So just tell him how you feel. Be open and honest with him about how you are feeling and your take on the situation and how it's affecting you. Because like I said, he knows anyway. So writing my pain out to God was a big part of my healing process also. Because initially, I wanted answers. I wanted to know why. What did I do wrong? What could I have done better? And also I wanted an apology. I wanted, for them to know that I was hurt and that it was hurting me. And I can remember one day I was mad and just sitting there really going in, questioning God, how could this happen to me? And he asked me, what if you never get a response? What would you do? And that really made me think, because, what if you don't get a response? You're just going to be mad and angry forever? You can't live life like that. You can't live life just being mad and angry or holding bitterness in, because at the end of the day, it's going to affect you, not the other person. The other person is living their life just fine. The other person is sleeping at night just fine. So you have to move forward and move on and get past that hurt. So even with me, after thinking about it, marinating on what God, was asking me, for me to not get answers, what would I do? I don't know. I just was like, well, I'm just gonna hate him forever. But clearly, that was not what God was going to allow me to do. Because He said, girl, get yourself together. You have work to do. You don't have time to be sitting over here crying over somebody that's not even worth it. And that's when my healing journey actually began. I learned that rejection is God's protection. So I started to live life for me and no one else. And letting go and forgiveness and healing is a daily process. So don't think that it's just going to be easy, it's going to happen overnight. These are things that you have to constantly work on if you want to be a better you and move forward with the plan that God has for you. So let's recap. Write your pain to love. Journal your thoughts and things that are happening in your life daily. And doing that is very important because you can go back to those times or dates and reflect on how far you have came, or the promises that God have made you and they have come to pass. And it just helps you get through your healing process a little better. Also, write letters to the people who hurt you. Whether or not you give it to them, it's up to you. I find that writing and just throwing it away helps me. I have little notes everywhere. I actually made a box that from a Kleenex box. So when the Kleenexes are all gone, I will have all my little notes that I have written things out of, like my pain or my hurt, and I would stick them in that box. And it's like every time I stuck one in the box, it was a release. And so I was releasing that pain, releasing that hurt, releasing the rejection that I had for so many years. So just figure it out for yourself and what works best for you. But just know writing is a part of healing. And also, just remember that I do have writing journals as well. And I do have one that's actually called Writing Your Pain to Purpose, that you can get from me. I have other ones as well. It's Time to Make a Move. And one that's called Write the Vision, Make It Plain. So there are options out there. You have stores. You can get them from me personally. You can get them from my Amazon site. But just don't sit on your pain. That's all I want to say. Just don't sit on the pain. Don't think that you are going through this alone or that you are not loved. Just know that you are loved, and you are loved by the most important person on this earth, in this world, and that's God Almighty. And He wants to share His love with you also. So thank you guys for joining me on tonight.